in the game, and Dylan Hand has a hamstring injury as well for the Blues as we get underway for the second half. Up they go. Nobody could get a decisive tap out. Attacking the footy hard there was Taylor Stratton, one of the best players on the ground in the first half. Scotty Joyce got a handball out only as far as Daniel Wishart, who kicked the ball up towards the wing position. Good play there by Colin McVeigh. Laid a big tackle. The umpire said it was too big. Gave away a free kick. Daniel Wishart lays a tackle. The umpire said there's no advantage there, so I'm going to bring the ball back, and we'll have a free kick to Ryan Slocum on the outer wing position. Kicks the ball inside now. Mick Ignello comes third man up, flies over the top, punches the ball over the line and out of bounds. So half forward for the Blues. Andrew Topunk Kelly in the chair this afternoon, joined by Paul Satter, who's doing a terrific job with special comments. We're joined also by Ryan Dromana, Community Bendigo Bank, looking after us with the scoreboard this afternoon, and Roger McMillan, Real Estate Dromana, who are supplying the Best on Ground award as Liam Hogan gets the ball, kicks the ball up towards full forward. The big fella comes out. Falconer still charging after it. Wants it. Umpire says no. Boundary line beat you. And that's an interesting move, Paul, putting the big fella into full forward.
Yeah, that's it. Perhaps just a little bit of height down there in the Dromana forward line, which they've probably struggled with over the first half.
So Liam Hogan's got the ball at 50, dropped the footy then, a little handball off towards Braden Dennis. Geez, he bit off more than he could chew there. The ball just got taken from him. Advantage rule paid. Comes out towards Keeley, who's got the ball now at half back. Kicks the ball up towards half forward. Luke Hewitt comes screaming out. Right foot snap around the corner, kicks it inside 50. Mirabella goes back, couldn't take the mark, and Jay Naratsoglu chips in and takes a nice grab for the Tigers. Ball goes in short. Good mark there by Liam Hogan. He's probably been one of the best players on the ground too, I reckon, Paul.
He's getting plenty of it and all over the ground at the moment.
He has indeed. As a little kick up the line there from Sean Clark. Ongarello gives it towards Hutchinson. Hasn't been too bad either. Braden Dennis has got to go. He's got to lay this tackle. Couldn't. Good work there by David Hull. Short kick there towards Taylor Stratton. So a bit flat-footed there, the Tigers, on that occasion, as Stratton kicks the ball inside 50. Mirabella should have been paid the mark. Umpire said no. Great tackle there by Naratsoglu. Throws him over the line and out of bounds. And the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. Left forward pocket for the Blues. They trail by 16 points. These boys in blue just outside here coming to get you, are they, mate? Or?
Well, no, look, I'm going to just stay in the van and keep a low profile at present.
Pretty good idea, I reckon, as the ball gets thrown back in. Comes out there towards Ricky Johnson. Kicks the ball left foot around the corner out towards Hutchison. Comes screaming out from the wing position. Needs some support. Great play. Good second effort it was by him. Comes out there towards... the Blues defence, comes out towards Mickey. Mickey gives it to Taylor Stratton. Stratton around the corner, left foot kick in. Ricky Johnson provided the shepherd, needs some support. Gets it now, takes the ball over the line and out of bounds. And it was a good build-up there by the Blues once again. Certainly pressing. Rogash in the action. Keeley up in the forward line as well. Glenn Mickey around the footy. Hogan's got hold of Stratton in there. Ball punched out there by Keeley. Comes down there towards Lee. Lee, defensive, inside defensive 50. Gives it to Ricky Johnson. He's got Ongarello short. This kick has got to be good. Onga takes the mark. Nice mark too. Took it at defensive 50. Plays on immediately. Left foot kick. Kicks it up there towards Dan Gormley. Gormley goes up. Good work, Damien Stone. Forced the spoil at the back of the ball. It is. Good call there by Paul Satter. Special comments this afternoon. Cop one a little bit high, Damien Stone. Back to the Blues from Karingal. Goes in short. Wishart's got a mark. Good work, Ryan Slocum over the top. Going into support, Jason Kessel. Sweeping handball only as far as Braden Dennis. Rains tried to lay the tackle. Third man up. Stratton couldn't get it. Gets it back now from Stone. Mulhurran grabs it. Boots the ball out towards the wing position. A little bit too much carry on that footy, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds. So a little scrappy, I reckon, early doors.
It is. I think both teams had a bit of a break, and they've come out pretty pumped up, and there's definitely quite a lot of energy out on that ground.
Taylor Stratton's got the ball now in the centre of the ground for the Blues. Goes out there towards Mirabella. Great jukes he's got. turns around, wheels around onto that right foot. That's a lovely way to kick for Luke Hewitt, but terrific mark, Jay Naratsoglu. He was strong in that clash. Short kick was a shocker. Puts his teammate Hogan under pressure. Sean Clark tucks the ball under his arm. Kicks the ball out wide to Gormley. Gormley versus Rains. Gormley usually pretty good in these situations, but Rains was terrific then for the Blues, and he forced him over the line out of bounds, outer side of the ground. So the Ryan Dromana Community Bank scoreboard reads 8-12-60 Dromana. Hastings 6 goals, 8-44, 16 points the difference. We've gone about 5 minutes into this third quarter as Colin McVeigh kicks the ball inside 50. Up goes Daniel Lee and takes the mark for the Tigers. Was looking for the switch, not much there. Ongarello floating around at centre half back. He wants it. Taylor Stratton, Andy Keeley making sure he's not part of that action. Goes in short. Lovely way to kick. A little bit over the top of Joyce. He's in some trouble here. He needs to get rid of it. Kessel's tackle was terrific, and he's been rewarded with the free kick. So he's got the ball outside, well, the outer side of the ground from 50. Likes something short. Goes to Stratton. Ongarello. Gave him one in the back. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt a lot, and it was not needed because the umpire's bringing the ball back. But copped a knee right in the buttocks there.
Yeah, it was a near a footy boot, straight up the spine. Always good fun on a Saturday afternoon.
So the ball's been brought back to Jason Kessel. So he'll kick outside 50 again, like something short. Goes in, and Mirabella drops what he should have taken. It was good enough to get around on the left foot. Kick towards goal. Keeley front position, couldn't take the mark. Big Luke O'Neill needs a handball out of trouble. Stratton, who got kneed in the back a short time ago. Left foot snap. Can he bring it back? No. And eventually it's out in the full, and Ricky Johnson will take the free kick for the Tigers. So he's had plenty of the footy. Ricky J, the captain for Dromana, wants to go short. Geez, this has got to be good because Hutchinson's got to beat a couple. Great work, Braden Dennis. He rove the pack nicely. Kicks it up towards Liam Hogan. Toby Banks is there. Liam Hogan overran it. Banks, good play there by Mawson. Terrific play by Hull. Nice little sidestep looking for Daniel Wishart. Couldn't find him. Mitchington, cool under pressure. Kicks the ball up towards Gormley, but the boundary line is too near, and it goes over the line out of bounds, and the free kick will go to the Blues. Member side of the ground, Damien Stone. No. Wants it. The umpire wants it go to David Hull, the vice-captain for the Blues. Just missed out on the captaincy. Not much in it in the voting. The players did the votes for the Blues this year, and very, very, very close between Paul Rogash and Mick Agnello, and only a couple of votes behind was David Hull. Flying and taking a terrific mark there was Ongarello. Sweeping handball, gave it to Lee straight away. Kicks it to the outer side of the ground. This kick's got to be good. It is. He's holding him up. He knows Agnello that he can't go with him. Kicks the ball inside. Waddell wasn't the greatest of kicks. Hutchison's going to go. Oh, good attack of the footy there. Sam Gertz around the corner. He's got the sit. Ricky Johnson couldn't take the mark. Roby Banks at the fall of the ball. Blues defence working beautifully in there. Little quick kick came out there from Joyce. Ball goes up and under. Ben King's got a bit of work to do. Falconer's got hold of him. There's going to be a kick off the ground here. No. Great work. Wonderful work by the defence. No. A free kick. And it's going to go down there towards Daniel Gormley, the ex-Mantalizer star. He's going to have a shot for goal from point-blank range, and didn't see much in that one, Paul, for mine.
No, I didn't see too much either, and part of it's because there's a big wall in front of me, but it looked as though he was just holding on to his jumper for a little bit too long there.
22 points the difference. The goal has been kicked by Daniel Gormley. Kicks his first goal for the afternoon, and they move to 22 points in front. Handy lead now for the Tigers. Played about 10 minutes into the third quarter. And Luke O'Neill remains in the ruck, and don't mind the big fella Falconer up there at full forward. Moves pretty well for a big bloke too.
He does move well. He does move very well indeed, and certainly at this stage in the game, he's probably been running all over the ground in the first half. So he's doing very well. A picture of fitness.
He is. We've played 9 minutes, as I said, maybe 10 into the third quarter. Good work there by Sam Gertz. Comes out to Waddell. Strange looking handball, but it went out there towards Paul Minchington, who's starting to get into the action himself. Kicks the ball inside, looking for Banks. Fought the ball was Nick Rains for Hastings. Kicks the ball short, looking for Keeley. Goes over the top of him. Angorello. Maybe Ongarello has got Wheeler outside. Kicks it to him now. Kicks it out towards Gormley. Loves these situations. Keeps it inside. Little short pass was terrific. Great play there by Daniel Gormley, and that's what he's been... well, he's famous for that sort of stuff. The trickery that he's been able to do at Mount Eliza for so many years, and they'll see a lot of that the Dromana faithful this year with his number 15 Guernsey on for the Tigers.
Yeah, did very well, even just to keep that ball inside the out of the boundary at that point. So good stuff from the young man.
This to stretch the margin to 28, usually a great kick. He gives the bird to the Hastings crowd too. 10 goals, 12-72. Dromana lead Hastings 6 goals, 8-44. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Mesmerised as the naked ball of tea blossoms into a gorgeous floral bouquet right before your eyes. And the delicious tea produced provides the health and beauty benefits of traditional Oriental teas, but for modern tastes. Tea Blossoms has the widest range of blooming tea in Australia, so enjoy the thrill of getting naked in your teapot with Tea Blossoms. Visit teablossoms.com.au for your free sample pack of the amazing blooming teas today.
Station sponsor.
Back in the middle of the ground, Andy Keeley versus Luke O'Neill. They need some spark in the centre of the ground here. Ongarello starting to tear them apart at halfback. Kicks the ball up towards half forward. Good work there by Ben King. Sweeping handball there towards Hull. He's been terrific for the Blues today as well. Kicks the ball in towards Mickey. Couldn't take the marks. Been ineffective this afternoon so far. Gives it to O'Neill. O'Neill to Ricky Johnson. Kicks the ball out wide. 3-on-1 here. Dromana have got the numbers. Grabs the ball now. Waddell has a bounce. Needs to kick the goal. Set sail from 50s. Missed. Geez, they'll let off the hook then, the Blues.
Tell you what, it could have put the Blue Boys under the pump if he had stuck that one.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Paul Satter doing special comments this afternoon. And Waddell, I reckon that might be his third or fourth behind for the afternoon. Hasn't been great in front of the sticks. Kicked 5, of course, last week against Sorrento. Playing on there is Jason Kessel. Kicks the ball up towards the wing position. They need a mark. No one there. For the ball there was young Rob. Kicked the ball off the ground. There he is again on Ongarello. Sweeping handball to O'Neill. O'Neill kicks the ball up towards half forward. Going hard at the ball is Toby Banks. He'll be pretty happy to see the boundary line, I reckon he is. And going over with him there was Corey Mallory, who's wearing the number 19 today. Will Jolly pulled out of the side through illness, and Corey Mallory came in wearing his number 19.
Yes, dropped in and saw Will this morning, a runny nose and some chapped lips, so decided to give it a rest for today.
Yes, good move, I think, as the ball goes out towards the wing position again. Kessel tries to just ease Hutch into the fence, but Hutch, a bit strong in the core, was able to withstand that pressure, and the boundary line umpire will bring the ball back into play again. About 55 metres around from the Tigers' goal. They're kicking to the scoreboard end in this quarter. Good tackle there. Dromana defence in their forward line has been terrific. Gertz a handball out. Kessel's got some work to do. Usually loves these situations. A lovely user of the footy, but there's those two men again. Ongarello and Ricky Johnson have been superb. Sweeping kick to Minchington. Should turn him inside out. Does now. Goes in short to Hutchison. Hutchison, good work there. Attack the footy. Back to Minchington. Play on is the call. He was legged. Kick inside 50. Falconer went straight through his hands. Goes down towards Kessel. Kessel gives it to Rains. Rains has a bounce. Make it 2. Tucks the ball under the arm. Runs to half back. Kicks it towards Mickey's got to go. Punched away there by him. Umpire said held on to against Ryan Slocum. And Glenn Mickey will take the free kick for the Blues. They need the next one, Hastings. Must kick the next one. And there's 50-metre penalty against Ryan Slocum. So that's a couple that he's given away this afternoon. The coaches won't be happy about that whatsoever, and it's going to bring Glenn Mickey within range. All the momentum's been with Dromana. They give away a 50-metre penalty. Hastings may convert, and if they do, the momentum swings again, Paul.
That's right. An opportunity here for Mickey Glenn. Just to get him back within reaching distance, and get a bit of momentum.
So the coach, he needs this one for his team. No, he sprayed it badly, Glenn Mickey, and it's through for A- score. So he skew with that one. It goes to 6 goals, 9-45. Dromana 10 goals, 3-73. So still a commanding lead on the Ryan Dromana Community Bank scoreboard. Remember, best on ground this afternoon will get the Mothership of Award. It's the biggest prize in football, bar none, and it'll be supplied by Roger McMillan Real Estate in Dromana. 211B, Point to Pean Road in Dromana, a first-time sponsor with us. So we welcome his support. Have a look up on the internet or Google Roger McMillan Real Estate Dromana, and you'll get all these details to make contact with him. So some good work there by the defence. That's Kane. Stratton gave it across this time to his brother Taylor. Kicks it up towards the coach in Mickey. Mickey takes the mark. Goes in short looking for McVeigh. McVeigh got harshly treated there by Slocum. The umpire's called play on the advantage rule. Going back with a fly to the ball. There's got to be a free kick to Hastings. Can't run straight at a player, and Luke Hewitt will take the free kick. Plays on immediate left foot dribble and kicks the goal. So it was all very awkward. There was free kicks being paid all over the place, but in the end, Hastings got what they deserved, and they kicked a goal, and it came through Luke Hewitt, who was able to dribble one through for his first this afternoon.
Nick Range just back on the ground for the Blue Boys. Didn't quite see who he replaced, but moving to the wing.
Paul Mawson, I think, came from the field.
Yep, that'd be the one.
The little red-headed hard nut for the Blues. So they needed that one, Hastings. They get back within 22 points. 7 goals, 9, 51 to 10, 3, 73. That's on the Ryan Dromana Community Bank scoreboard. Back in the centre of the ground again. It'll be O'Neill versus Mulhurran. We've called these two names a lot through the day. Diving on top of it there was Rains again. Gets a handball out. Wheeler's got to go. Tries to duck the head. Does. And did it successfully. Kicks it out towards Joyce. Joyce kept his feet. Mitchington was at the fore of the ball. Couldn't get his hands on it though. Attacking it beautifully there. I think it was Kessel. Joyce goes into support once again. Ball comes out towards young Rob. He's got to pick it up. Good way. Kicked it... not only as far as Zongarello, who skew whiffed it off the boot and it's gone over the line out of bounds. So once again, Dromana has gained the ascendancy only for Hastings to start turning up the heat somewhat and getting themselves back into the game.
That's it. Just need to settle here a bit, the Dromana boys. They've been a bit sloppy with their disposal.
So it'll be Damien Stone who's got the footy now, out of wing position, kicks the ball up towards the 50. Colin McVeigh's got a couple to beat. Not sure what Ricky Johnson was doing then. He was looking for a step ladder, couldn't find one. The ball hits the deck. Players are looking up looking for a free kick, and eventually the umpire will come in and take the footy. So a couple of angry boys down there. Braden Dennis, one of them. Colin McVeigh, the other. And the umpire comes in between them both. Up they go, taken there. Good work defensively. Little kick off the ground there was by Ryan Slocum. Kick up towards half forward. Found Gormley. Mitchington has really got part of the action now. Kicks the ball inside. Falcon has got to go. He's got the young bloke Ben King there. Ben King falls over. Luck's a fortune really, because he was going to be collared there by the big bloke in Falconer. It comes out to Ignello. Ignello from defensive 50. Kicks it out towards the wing. Only as far as Liam Hogan. Goes in short looking for and finding Toby Banks. Banks wants to go again. Standing there's Waddell. Can he take the mark? He does. And Waddell takes the mark. Wants to play on. Snap around the corner. Has missed again. So hasn't had much luck in front of goals this afternoon. Daniel Waddell. Terry Wheeler was floating at the back of the pack on his own. Wanted the footy. And I think that's what he tried to do initially, was play on and get it to him, but couldn't. As Stephen Hull's got the footy now for the Blues. Right back pocket. Kicks the ball up towards half-back. A sea of green and gold. Going through there was Keeley. Probably should have went for the footy because it allowed his opponent to come out with it. Goes towards Slocum. Kick up towards goal, but standing there and taking an easy uncontested mark, Jason Kessel. Wants to move the ball quickly. Goes to his partner in crime at Ignello. Goes towards Kane. Stratton, a lovely kick up towards the wing position. Wishart's got a bit of work to do, but the umpire is going to come in first, that being the boundary umpire, because it rolled over the line out of bounds.
Yes, Michael Falconer just coming off the ground with a bit of a limp there. Looks like he's got a bit of a sore calf or something like that. Jared Woods just replaced him, and it looks like the other big fella. I keep forgetting his name. Luke O'Neill. That's the one. He'll be replacing him in the ruck.
So O'Neill with Mulhurran. Got steamrolled then Ryan Slocum. Hogan's been terrific. Just kicks the ball out. Somehow falls into the hands of Joyce. Wheeler wants it out wide. He goes in short looking for Hutchison. Couldn't get it. At the fore, the ball there was Clark. Has a shot for goal. I think it might be Jared Wood, in fact. It is. Jared Wood just stood and delivered and kicked a goal for Dromana to stretch the margin again. Lovely work there by the Blues defence, but no one front and centre waiting for the crumb, and it left Jared Wood to kick his first goal for the afternoon, and goal number 11, I reckon, for Dromana.
That's the one. The Blues defence pushing the Tigers wide when they bring it into their forward line, and it's making it very hard for them to score. But lo and behold, when the Tigers can get it into that that hole just at the top of the forward square there, then they've been very very effective.
11 goals, 14, 80 Dromana, leading Hastings 7 goals, 9, 51. So it's a 29-point ball game again. Hastings certainly don't want Dromana to kick the next one. It comes down to Mawson. He was well tackled. The umpire said around the neck. And I reckon it would have been Big Lukey O'Neill who come in as the second tackler, who probably just went a little bit high. Ball goes in short, looking for, not finding his teammate. Ricky Johnson tries to shrug off a tackle. He did it nicely. Kicks the ball out wide. Look at the space here for Paul Minchington. Mitcho plays on, kicks the ball inside. The Duck Waddell's got it, wants to give it off. Not too keen on kicking. That's a hope and just a prey kick, that one, as it was a shocking delivery inside 50. Going hard at there was Minchington, too high from Keeley, and Keeley gave away the free kick, kicks it to Ryan Slocum, and Slocum takes the mark about 45 metres out from goal. Some frustration then from Keeley because he wasn't quick enough to get to that contest, and Minchington got under his guard.
That's it.
He's got a cork, I think you're right, Paul, with the big falconer.
Yeah, he's just a bit light on the old left foot at the moment.
Yeah, he is, no doubt about that. Ryan Slocum, he's already kicked one this afternoon. The vice-captain looking for number 2. The umpire did not move behind the goals, and it's another one. Another one for the Tigers, and they've kicked their 12. 12 goals, 14.86 to 7 goals, 9.51. 35 points the difference on the Ryan Dromana Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard, and we've played about 21 minutes into the third term. So Ryan Slocum, the vice-captain, really getting into the game this quarter. Paul Minchington's has a massive quarter, Paul.
Yeah, he's come out firing, the young stallion, and he's really got behind the Tigers, and they've got some momentum now.
He has, and Colin McVeigh's got to tighten up on him, certainly from a defensive point of view, because he's standing alongside him. There's a free kick. It's been plucked out. It's going to Pete Mawson again. Wants to play on. He does. Goes to Stone. Stone kicks the ball up towards inside 50. Mirabella not there on this occasion. Double fister there from Jay Naratsaglu. Will be hoping for the boundary line, and he found it. Do you reckon that the legs, it might be too early to tell, Paul, I know, but the legs of Dromana just seemed, with that extra run that they had last week in a full-scale match against Sereno, probably holding them in better stead at the moment? Yeah,
look, it could be. They've certainly got, they've certainly come out firing with plenty of run. And it's a hot day out there, so the fitness will have a lot to do with it come these last couple of quarters.
So Stacks on the mill once again. We're inside Hastings forward 50. They trail by 35 points. It's 86 to 51. Dromana have added 4 goals to this quarter to Hastings 1 goal 1. So certainly doing the better of the scoring at the moment as Paul Minchington gets the ball again, kicks it towards half forward. Mallory was good on that occasion against Jared Wood. Wood went to ground. Going in and helping him there was Banks. Good work by Mallory, still fighting. Wood's in there for the Tigers too. They're all in there. In fact, there's a free kick going to be picked out. It'll go to Hastings for a legging, and I reckon that'll go to Hull. I reckon that is Stephen Hull. Gets a little handball off. Gives it there to Kessel, who kicked the ball inside 50. Mirabella flies and takes the mark. Geez, he did really well. He was way out of position to take that mark, but did it very, very nicely. So he hasn't got a lot to kick to now. Dylan Hand not up there anymore. There he is, Big Falconer, looking to move a little bit more freely than he was a couple of minutes ago. He's gone for the big kick, has Mirabella, and I think he's pushed it across the face, looking for that extra bit of distance, and it's gone through for a minor score. So the Blues are on the scoreboard, 7 goals, 10.52. Dromana, 12 goals, 4.86. Doing it nicely at the moment. The Tigers. So the ball's out of bounds, out of sight of the ground. Clear of the Dromana danger zone at the moment. Big Ben Lowry doing the running for Dromana. They'll be looking forward to him coming back. Matt Naratsoglu also running water for Dromana today, so they'll be back in the round 3. They've got a bye next week, Dromana. And then those big boys will be back in the action. As good play there by Ongarello. Needs some support. Geez, they've been tight in there. Daniel Lee, cool under pressure. Gives it out there towards Clark. Clark goes out wide looking for Banks, and Banks takes the mark. Wants to play on. Does so now to Joyce. They've stopped running the Blues as Scotty Joyce kicks the ball up towards the 50-metre line. Starting at the 4, the ball there was Toby Banks. Was terrific. Because Daniel Waddell took out 2 players, but the ball went over the line out of bounds. And the boundary umpire just taking his time to get there. I think he's a tired and sorry boy, the youngster out there, taking a while to get around the ground. So we're about 55 metres around from the Tigers' goal, kicking towards the... there's a free kick. The umpire's found a free kick. It's going Hastings' way. Andrew Keeley's got it. Goes in short, looking for McVeigh. Takes the mark. A nice one too. Come down hard. And he's still down, Colin McVeigh. But he's up now. Always wears the long sleeve. Gives it out there towards Andy Keeley. Runs around the back. Kicks it up towards the 50-metre line. They're falling down here because, well, they're doing well. The Dromana defence. Daniel Lee, Ongarello, Ricky Johnson, all getting part of the action. There's got to be a free kick there against Keeley. There is. Went up before acceptances, and it's going to be taken by Dan Gormley. So one of 8 new players into the side today, Dromana's side, Dan Gormley, and there's 50. He talked him into it too. So the ball didn't go back to Daniel Gormley the way he wanted it. Dan Gormley asked for the 50-metre penalty, and the umpire obliged, and he'll take him to about 35 metres out directly in front. As I said, one of 8 new players who did not play in the grand final Dromana last year. Goes short to Luke O'Neill, and the big ruckman takes the mark directly in front. He's done a power of work today, the big fella, and hopefully he's rewarded with a goal this afternoon. So Luke O'Neill comes in for goal and doesn't kick it. So through for a minor score, and another one to Dromana. So they stretch their margin, but still well in control. The big source back on the ground. They're going to be looking for him now. Waddell needs to get to him and force a spoil. He did. He tried, but the big source took the mark. Good work, Josh Mulhurran. Done a big pre-season. Gives it there towards Stephen Hull. Kicks it up towards the wing. But I reckon it's gone over the line out of bounds on the full. It has. So the free kick will go down there towards Ongarello, who's dominating. Christian Ongarello just pointing some instructions. The umpire say, kick the ball now, Christian. Right in front of the Dromana coach's box. He's had a million touches this afternoon. Kicks it up towards half forward. The pack fly. Good play there by Kessel. Got a little foot to it. Braden Dennis just forces the ball forward. Going harder there was Wheeler. Needing some support. Mallory in the back of his opponent there. Nothing in it. And the ball will be thrown back into play. About 55 metres around from the Tigers' goal. They lead 87-52. It's a 35-point margin on the Ryan Dromana Community Bank scoreboard. Up they go. Coming hard at there was Hunter. Terrific work. Just barged through the pack. Kicks it down towards O'Neill, and O'Neill takes the mark. Handball to Minchington. Minchington around the corner. Nails it. He's nailed it. Terrific work there by Michael Hunter. He attacked the footy very, very hard, and they've kicked their 13th. Great play then by Michael Hunter, just attacking the footy at half forward.
Absolutely.
And really,
yeah, he was hard at it. He was hard at it and got the rewards.
9th goal kicker for the Tigers also, Paul Minchington, kicking his first goal for the afternoon, and certainly has been Dromana's best player in this third quarter, I believe. Playing, just switching around they are at the moment. Gormley, Minchington all rotating up through the middle of the ground, up forward on the interchange bench. So they've got that 3-way rotation going on as we speak. Good work there by O'Neill again. Keeley and Dennis butted heads. Dennis kept going. Keeley got up a bit gingerly. Up they go. Good work there by Hutchison. He's looking for somebody. Gives a handball to Joyce. He's going to run into open goal. Joyce, how easy's that? Another one to the Tigers. 14-15, 99 to 7-10, 52. It's becoming very, very easy football for the Tigers right now.
That's it. The Hastings just looking like they've sort of run out of legs at this point. There's a couple of blokes that you see falling down, doing some stretches, so there's a bit of cramping going on. They just sort of are looking a little bit slow.
Yeah, they are. There's no doubt that the extra run last week, I think, from the Dromanas had under their belt. Hastings certainly had a better preparation in terms of practice matches. They had 3 full practice matches coming in. Dromana only had, I think, the 10 quarters or 6 quarters of footy, 8 quarters of footy. So, certainly the preparation hasn't been too bad, but they're losing the ball in the middle of the ground. They're losing it across half forward too, the Blues, as Mulherron's forced to do a little bit of roving work. They all dive on top of it. Liam Hogan's in there. The umpire is going to have to come in and bounce and restart play. He comes in now. So it's all Dromana in this third quarter. 14-15-99 to 7-10-52. 17 scoring shots to 29. It's been an addition in this third quarter. Ball comes out from Rains looking for Rob. Rob gets caught up there by Dan Gormley. The umpire said around the throat, a bit too high. And he wants it to come back as well. So young Stephen Rob wearing the number 15. Not sure whether he's still eligible for under-18s or his first year out of it, but certainly one of the other. Great mark, Christian Ongarello was terrific. Took a blind up, just sat on the shoulders of Hewitt.
Has been solid down there all day.
He has indeed, no question at all. He kicks it up there towards Hutchins. So he kicks the ball further afield. Good pluck to Clark. Clark has a bounce around the outer wing position, kicks it inside 50. You've got to go Waddell. Great work. Got in front of Agnello and took the mark. Looks further afield. Probably doesn't want to have a shot for goal. He's kicked 5 behinds today. But he needs to go back and slot it through. Give himself a bit of confidence. Remember, back to the 5 goals he kicked last weekend against Sorrento in their 15-point loss. So he walks into goal now. Daniel Waddell played in the YCW Reserves Premiership last year. Has a shot for goal. Has pushed it across the face through for another minor score. So they move on to 14-16-100 to 7-10-52. It's 48 points the difference.
Yeah, the Tigers creeping away now. Hastings are going to have to regroup and find some legs, I think.
Led by this margin at half-time last week too, Dromana, and went down by 15 points. So Hastings would still consider themselves a chance, but as Paul Satter said, they've got some work to do as the siren sounds to mark three-quarter time in the RPP match of the day. It's Dromana, in fact, 14-16-100, leading Hastings 7-10-52. We'll go to a break and we'll be back with a three-quarter time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Today's match is brought to you by Roger McMillan Real Estate Dromana. Remember, if you're buying or selling a house,
Harvey Records Lang Warren offer huge savings. The largest pick-apart yard on the
injury. We saw big Michael Falconer also, Paul.
Yeah, that's right. He was getting around at three-quarter time with some ice on his knee and was sort of hopping around on sort of one leg and limping around a bit throughout the quarter. So it will be interesting to see whether he actually makes it back onto the ground for this quarter.
Well, they've a centre square infringement resulted in Dromana getting a free kick, but Hastings have been able to rebound. Goes only as far as Mickey Hunter's got the ball at half back, dives on top of it. His second effort was good. Comes to young Rob, puts the ball on the foot up towards Mirabella territory. Good work there over the back was Sean Clark. Got his right fist to the footy and forced it over the line out of bounds. So Dromana 14-16-100, Hastings 7 goals, 10-52, 48-point ball game. Umpire ready to bring the ball back into play. Finally comes back to him now. And Hastings, if there are any chance in this match, must kick the first goal of this last quarter. The ball comes back into play now. Keeley couldn't get his hands to it. Diving in there, Christian Ongarello wraps him up. Good work by him, and the umpire will bounce the ball about 40 metres out from the Blues goal. Kicking towards the scoreboard end in this final quarter. Stacks on the mill once again, and the umpire will come in and bounce. We've played about 2 minutes into the final quarter, and it's all Dromana, 14-16-100, 7 goals, 10-52. As we said, Tigers led by 37 points at three-quarter time last week against Sorrento. Quick kick out of the pack there from Steve Robb, only through for a minor score. So the Blues get the first score of the final quarter, but not a goal. And Dromana bring it in quickly. Ricky Johnson kicks the ball up towards Jay Naratsoglu, who's been fantastic this afternoon as well. The defence for Dromana has been very, very good. Naratsoglu's got the ball at defensive 50, members side of the ground. Goes backwards, finds Daniel Lee. They want the switch. Ricky Johnson wants it out wide. They'll end up going back to Naratsoglu. Braden Dennis is even shorter. Oh, great work and commitment there by Hunter. Comes out towards Mickey. Mickey gets brought to the ground. Quick kick though as Lux of Fortune goes to Andy Keeley. The crowd not happy. Didn't think that it travelled the required distance.
Had plenty of it today, has Andrew Keeley. He's been all over the ground. He's been up forward, up back. He's been in the middle. Getting plenty of the footy.
Well, Andy Keeley's got the ball. Usually as a defender, but he's going to have a shot for goal from about 40 metres out from goal. Not the easiest of kicks, but geez, he made it look easy. That's a beautiful kick off the boot, and it's exactly what what Hastings needed. 3.5 minutes into the final quarter, and they kick goal number 8 and reduce the margin back to 42 points. Just what they needed, Paul.
That's it. They as you said, Toey, they needed the first one after the first bounce, and they've got it. So hopefully they can capitalise on it now and put a few more on the board.
So the ball back in the centre of the ground again. As we said, played 4 minutes into the final quarter. The Blues getting to within 7 goals now. It was 8 goals at three-quarter time. Up they go. Mulhoran got the big tap. Goes towards half forward. Attacking the footy there is Sam Gertz. He overran it, picked up there by Braden Dennis. Kicks the ball out to the outer wing position. Foot races on between Agnello and Waddell. Waddell was able to push him under the footy, but Agnello clever enough to force the ball over the line and out of bounds. Outer wing position. So both coaches still swinging the changes out there. The runners spending a lot of time on the field. Drinks guys certainly sending plenty of water out there. It's a hot afternoon out here as the ball goes forward of centre for Dromana. Picked up by Nick Rains for Hastings. Kicks it towards half forward. Keeley comes out for the ball again. Ricky Johnson right with him. Just tackles him. Brings him to the ground. Great work there by Keeley to force a tackle as well. Comes out to McVeigh. McVeigh goes backwards. There's a sore and sorry boy down there for Dromana. We'll pick up that in a minute. Ricky Johnson gets pulled off the footy. Didn't have it. Liam Hogan kicks the ball up towards half forward for that's Terry Wheeler. He's off the ground. He had a foot problem last year. Let's hope that he doesn't have a similar problem right now. We'll keep an eye on that one as Nick Rains gets the footy. Kicks the ball up towards the 50-metre line for Hastings. They're into attack again. Luke Hewitt comes out after it. The umpire's not there. Well, he is in fact the boundary umpire and just letting the game go, and eventually the field umpire will come in and bounce right on the boundary line. Half forward for the Blues. They trail by 41 points. Luke O'Neill terrific on that occasion. He's got a free kick. No, he's given away one. So it's going to go down there to Hastings. Taking the free kick there will be Hull. Kicks the ball inside 50, looking for Wishart, but not the greatest of kicks. Didn't give his forwards much opportunity whatsoever, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds on the full. So Sean Clark's got the footy for the Tigers. Sam Gertz wants it short. He decides to go up the line. Almost out of bounds on the full as well as it is. That's, 3 in a row?
Yeah. Yep, deja vu.
Comedy of errors at the moment. The ball goes up. Out comes Wishart. Couldn't take the mark. It's Hutchison it is. What's going on here? The umpire's found a free kick. I reckon it's going to Dromana. It is downfield. So good work by Hutchison, who's had a terrific game this afternoon. Toby Banks has got the footy on the outer wing position. Ongarello wants him to switch play. He's still running Ongarello. He might just get it. Gormley leaps. Couldn't take the mark. He has got it now, Ongarello. Dodges, weaves, wants to go onto his left foot. Does. Little chip kick was beautiful to Joyce. So Joyce has got the ball at half forward. He's gone back inside again, Ongarello. He wants it again. Joyce wants to give it. It goes in short. Waddell comes screaming out. Agnello not able to go with him on that occasion. And Daniel Waddell, or the Duck, they call him down here at Dromana, will line up for goal about 30 metres out directly in front. How's Ungarello's run on that occasion?
Yeah, he wheeled and dealed and then finally turned it around. But yeah, he's come from all the way down to the defensive end. So he's worked hard to get his hands on the footy.
He's kicked 5 behinds today. Waddell make that 6. Has not had any luck this afternoon in front of goal. And that luck continues, so they move to 14-17, 101 to 8 goals, 11-59. Brought the ball back into play once again is Damien Stone. Kicks it up, there he is again. Christian Ongarello takes the mark, floating across the back of the pack for Dromana. Plenty of options for him inside. They're all calling for it. Goes in short, finds Ryan Slocum. Slocum at half forward. Gormley's calling for the footy, goes out wide. Minchington at the fall of the ball, gets around on the right foot, snap for goals, missed. So they're going very, very wide. Gavin Artico wanting his team to go more direct. Not happy with them going out into the pockets. Terry Wheeler, well, he's up and running now, which is a good thing for him. He was injured for much of last year. Jason Kessel's got the ball for the Blues. Out of pocket. Kicks the ball up towards half, or certainly to the wing position. Andy Keeley stood his ground, forced Ongarello under it, took the mark. Good. There's Ongarello again, lays the tackle and throws Keeley to the ground and wins himself a free kick. They've got to bring the ball back. There's no advantage there as the ball comes out. Great work there by Ongarello. Good play by McVeigh. Comes in, taps the ball forward, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds. McVeigh wanting to have a little, just have a little chat with Ricky Johnson on that occasion, didn't he?
That's it. Don't think he was too happy. Andy Keeley just banging it into the man on the mark for the third time today. So I think he needs a bit of work at training on taking a few steps back when he takes a mark.
So the ball gets out again. Good play by Minchin to get brought to the ground. Handball out to Luke O'Neill was terrific. Oh, sold some candy. The big fella was terrific. Kicks the ball up towards half forward. Toby Banks and Hastings starting to get a little undisciplined now. Starting to just a couple of late tackles. No need for the big fella O'Neill to be brought to the ground like he was on that occasion. And the resultant kick down the ground going to Toby Banks. Has kicked one goal this afternoon, Toby Banks. Terry Wheeler's up and about again, just jogging around the boundary line. As the great Costa Zoo man just waltzes into the studio. As the ball goes up towards full forward for the ball. Hogan's got it. Little handball out. Gormley, left foot snap around the corner. The mercurial one couldn't pull it off. So out of bounds it will roll, and there'll be a boundary throw in. Left forward pocket for the Tigers. Ball comes into play. Pushed in the back. It's got to be a free kick against, it's going to the young fella there in Ben King, who's been pretty solid today for the Blues. Kicks the ball out towards half-back. Keeley again presenting himself. He won't stop doing that, Andy Keeley, but Ongarello with him once again, forcing the ball over the line and out of bounds. 14-18, 102, Dromana. Hastings, 8-11, 59. 43 points the difference on the Ryan Dromana Community Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Paul Satter giving the best on ground today, supplied by Roger McMillan Real Estate in Dromana, in Point Nepean Road. Good play there by Woods. He just tried to work his way through the pack, wasn't able to do so. Ongarello again laying yet another tackle, this time on Ben King, but once again the umpire will come in and bounce. So a little bit of niggle coming into this game. Yeah, there is indeed. I reckon a bit of frustration creeping in for the Hastings boys at present, and as you said earlier, just have been a little bit undisciplined, letting a few free kicks go here and there. 10.5 minutes gone for the ball. Woods gives it out there towards Daniel Gertz. Gertz kicks the ball out towards Toby Banks. Got to play the tall man, Banks, and takes a mark. Was terrific. Fantastic work by the little bloke. Yeah, and he's played a good game today, presented well. He has indeed. He's done very well, and in that particular situation, I think he probably had about maybe 20 centimetres less on his opponent, so managed to get up and still take the grab, which is fantastic. It was Kane Stratton who was up against him. Stratton just pointing out the mark there. He runs towards it now. Toby Banks going for goal number 2. Fist in the air, he likes it. Bit of left to right there for Toby Banks. He kicks goal number 2. 15 for Dromana. 15-18, 108. Hastings 8-11, 59. It's all Dromana at the moment. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Today's match is brought to you by Roger McMillan Real Estate Dromana. Remember, if you're buying or selling a house...
Hey, this is Vanessa Morosi. A big hello to everybody out there. You're listening to RPP.
And welcome back. All Dromana at the 12-minute mark of this final quarter. 15-18, 108 to 8-11, 59. It's a massive lead, 49 points in favour of Dromana after they led by just 16 points at half-time and by 7 points at quarter time. Good to see Wheeler back out there again for Dromana, just running it out. Got the handball out. The umpire's found a free kick. Going to Sam Gertz. Goes out wide. Looking for Hutchison, finds him. So Big J, been terrific for the Tigers today. Kicks it up towards full forward. The pack fly. Waddell stayed at the fall of the ball this time around. He allowed Slocum to fly, and eventually the Blues wrap it up. Inside their defensive 50, the umpire will come in and bounce. Once again, best on ground today, Roger McMillan Real Estate in Dromana. Ball comes out there towards Taylor Stratton, got a handball. No one in particular comes out towards Sam Gertz. There's a free kick going Hastings' way. It'll go to Taylor Stratton, who's been one of the Blues' best this afternoon. Plays on, defensive 50. Lovely kick out towards Peter Mawson. So Mawson's got the ball now. Half-back flank, goes in short. Oh, it was an ambitious kick. Gertz certainly laid the spoil. He butters up beautifully, has another crack at it. Laying on top of it, comes out towards McVeigh. McVeigh for Hastings, kicks the ball inside 50. Mirabella went under it. He's got an opportunity now. Raines has got it as well. He got tackled the minute he got hold of it. Mirabella's got it again. Went for the free kick. The umpire said it was there. He just dropped the leg slightly, let the hand go over the shoulder, and every day of the week that's a free kick, but I think he certainly helped the equation. He's kicked 4 goals this afternoon. Has Tony Mirabella, and he will be looking for goal number 9 for the Blues. They need it. They're not going to win, but they need to keep pushing. They need to provide some respectability to the scoreboard. We've played 14 minutes into the final quarter. Tony Mirabella hasn't missed many opportunities this afternoon and has not missed that one either. Geez, he's a dead eye, isn't he, when he's in front of goal, and it's a goal to the Blues.
He's not bad at all. That's number 5 for the young man, and he's been very consistent down there for the Blues. So definitely a positive they'll be able to take away from this game.
Yeah, no question about that. No question at all. So the umpire will come in and bounce the ball again. The sting's gone out of the game, no question about that. The crowd no longer involved as they were in the first half especially. Got a lot to do with the fact that it's 43 points the difference in favour of Dromana. Luke O'Neill has been gallant in the ruck all afternoon. Goes out towards McVeigh. Minchington. McVeigh's been terrific for the Blues as well. Minchington just forced him off it. Good shepherd there by Joyce. Goes in towards the centre of the ground. Waddell, he's got a couple to beat. Good left-hand handball went to Jared Wood. Can they kick a goal? This would be lovely footy if he nails it. He does. That was fantastic football, and it started with Paul Minchington on the wing, who just forced McVeigh out of the contest, and then there was runners all through the middle of the ground. Scott Joyce has been terrific as well, and they kick goal number 16. Pretty to watch when they play footy like that.
Absolutely, I was just thinking the same thing. That was champagne. That was like a training drill, and as you said, it did start with Paul Minchington. He has been very good all day, up forward and around the ground as well, getting plenty of it, and hard to catch. He's been very quick.
He has. Their rotations through the middle of the ground have certainly hurt Hastings. There's no question about that. A lot more run in the Dromana legs late in this game than there has been from Hastings, and I think it's got a lot to do with the fact that they've got so many midfielders running through there. Luke O'Neill still leaping high as well. Look at that follow-up work from the big ruckman. Kicks the ball inside 50. Waddell, good work by him. Gave it out to Banks. Banks got pushed in the back. The umpire said not there. Little kick out was terrific. Colin McVeigh does not stop trying all afternoon. He was terrific then again. Kicked it towards the centre of the ground. Clark gets it. Keeps his hands free. Was good. Hutchison kicks the ball up towards the 50-metre line. Toby Banks leads in the race for it. Kane Stratton, he gave him the slip. Kicks it inside 50 now, looking for Waddell, who keeps working. Kessel with him, and eventually the ball goes over the line. No, there's a free kick, and it's going to the duck, Daniel Waddell. So Daniel Waddell's got the free kick. Unfortunately, let's hope Jason Kessel's all right. He's got up limping. Team of the year, team of the century, team of the decade, all that sort of stuff tonight at the Hastings Football Club, and I reckon that Jason Kessel will feature prominently in some of those. And there's a free kick, and it's been brought down the ground, I reckon. It has. So there's a free kick down here for the Tigers. Down the ground. Not sure what it was for, but I reckon it's Sammy Gertz who's got the free kick. He has. So Sam Gertz has not kicked a... Oh, yes, he has. He's kicked one this afternoon. Make that 2. So another multiple goal kicker for the Tigers, and they kick goal number 17. 17-18, 120 to 9-11-65. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Today's match is brought to you by Roger Macmillan Real Estate Dromana. Remember, if you're buying or selling a house, Roger Macmillan Real Estate...
Across the peninsula, 98.7, 98.3, RPP FM.
Doing it beautifully at the moment, the Tigers. They lead by 9 goals, and I reckon they'll stretch it to 10 by the end of the match. We've played About 18 minutes in this final quarter. In the ruck, Scotty Joyce just giving big Luke O'Neill a bit of a spell, who's gone down to full forward. So Joyce is doing the ruck work. Woods overran it, was able to lay the tackle then. Could have been a push in the back. It was. The umpire picked it. And a free kick there to Daniel Wishart. So Wishart's got the ball now in the centre of the ground. Wants to play on, does so. Kicks it up towards half forward. Mirabella, good work there by Jaden Aratsaglu. There's Minchington again, who's been terrific after quarter time. There he is again, Mirabella, left foot. Geez, he got besieged upon. Great work there by Colin McVeigh, still trying. Slocum tries to get the ball out, was pinged for a throw. And he was unlucky, but the free kick was there. He can't get rid of the ball with one arm. And he did pretty well originally to get that ball out. But the ball will come back and it'll go down there to the youngster in Steve Robb, who certainly hasn't been Hastings' worst this afternoon. He's tried hard, the young fella. Will get better with every game. Sean Clark comes from the field limping, so Dromana might have got a couple of injuries out of that. That's a wonderful kick by the youngster Steve Robb. Terrific work by him. And kicks number 10 for Hastings. 10-11-71 to 17-18, 120. So nice work there from the youngster, who's worked pretty hard.
Absolutely, he's had a pretty good consistent day, and that was a big kick from the young bloke as well. All about 5'4" of him. He's not a tall bloke, but he managed to give that plenty of pepper.
Becomes Hastings' 6th goal kicker this afternoon. Dromana, on the other hand, are up around 10 or 11 goal kickers. The chief contributors all with 2. Gertz, that being Sam Gertz, Jay Hutchison, Jared Wood, Anthony Brunn, Liam Hogan, Toby Banks and Ryan Slocum. All have 2 goals each this afternoon as Mawson gets the ball. Comes out towards Minchington. Minchington kicks the ball now from the wing position up towards half forward. Gormley came out, couldn't take the mark. Good play there by Braden Dennis. Just ran through his teammate, kicked the ball inside 50. Going hard at there was Hutchison, couldn't get it. Waddell later, terrific tackle. The umpire's going to come in and bounce. He is. About 30 metres out from the Tigers' goal. They lead 120 to 71, so a nice 49-point margin there to the Tigers as we speak. They're led by a similar margin at three-quarter time. As a little kick-out came there from Damien Stone. Worked pretty hard for the Blues as well today. Goes towards Woods, he couldn't get it. Minchington sees the ball over the line with Ben King, who crossed from Crib Point during the pre-season to play with the Blues. And the umpire will throw the ball back into play once again. Luke O'Neill doing battle. Guess what? Yet again with Mulholland, as O'Neill gives a beautiful handball out to Joyce. Joyce just runs around, straightens up and kicks the ball through the big sticks. Wonderful play by Luke O'Neill yet again. And Scott Joyce becomes another player for Dromana to kick 2 goals this afternoon. Got to love their even spread.
Absolutely, it's a very, very consistent forward line they've got going. Scorers from midfielders right down through the forwards. So I think they'll be wrapped with that at the end of the day. And Lukey O'Neill has just been absolutely killing it the last half, especially being sort of the one sole ruckman they've been relying on, and he's been very consistent. So yep. I think it's plenty to take from this game for the Tigers. Yeah,
they really missed him last year, Dromana, no question about that. Seamus Thompson did a terrific job. But Luke O'Neill, just his work at ground level and his ability to just find that second and third effort's been evident as the opposing ruckman's got a little tired. He's just risen to the fore and he's had a hand in a number of goals and probably should have kicked one himself. But this man, Scott Joyce, he's done everything today as well for the Tigers. He's in the middle of the ground. He's now rucking against the big source in Josh Mulholland. Ball comes out there towards Ongarello. Gets a handball out. Was terrific. Gormley goes hard after it. Good work there by Mickey Agnello. Kicks the ball towards half forward. Jane Aratsaglu charged hard at the footy. Left foot snapped to the boundary line. I'm not sure what sort of kick that was. A little dabble along the ground was good work there by Gertz. But great work there by the Blues. Comes out there towards Rains in the centre of the ground. Kicks it toward McVeigh. Loves these situations. Couldn't take the mark. Goes over the back. McVeigh was good in his second attempt. Comes to Lee. Lee, a sweeping handball. You're in trouble there, Clarkey. He is. Got a handball out towards Joyce. He's got a runner inside. Good. Daniel Lee wants the left side. Goes back to Wood. Wood's going to need to go backwards. He does. They don't panic under pressure here, the Tigers. And they reload again through Ricky Johnson. Spearing past to Banks. Couldn't take the mark. It was a dangerous kick as it turned out. Stephen Hull dived on top of it. Taylor Stratton, right foot, snap around the corner, kicked the goal. So it was a good result there for the Blues. Ricky Johnson's kick just falling short of Toby Banks, which brought it all undone. And Taylor Stratton kicks his second goal for the Blues for the afternoon.
Yeah, some good forward pressure from the Blues. Just then there was a few situations where it just looked like the Tigers didn't really know quite where to put it, and there was just some good pressure resulted in a turnover, and they were able to capitalise.
18-18, 126 Dromana leading. Hastings 11-11-77 on the Ryan Dromana Community Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Roger McMillan Real Estate Dromana supplying the best on ground this afternoon. Paul Satter will come to you live after the final siren to let you know who is going to be awarded that prize. It's a magnificent prize, the best prize in local footy, as the ball comes out there towards Stephen Hull on the outer side of the ground. Daniel Lee's been terrific this afternoon, forces the ball over the line out of bounds. So we're well into time on now. We've played almost 24 minutes in the final term. Wouldn't think it'd be too long to go. 126 playing 77, 49 points the difference. Joyce maintaining his position in the ruck up against Mulhurran. Mulhurran did it easy on that occasion. Rains grabs the footy, has a shot at goal from about 48 and touched off the boot, or was it certainly touched in the goal line, I think, and it's through for a minor score. Looked good for mine from here as the ball's kicked in there by Hunter. Hunter goes straight up the line to Wood. Wood's got the footy now, kicks it out wide, looking for Gertz, finds him. No, it's Ricky Johnson, in fact. So Ricky Johnson on that favoured left foot. Kicks it up there towards 50. Great work there. Running onto the footy was Dan Gormley. Took the mark. Luke O'Neill leading for the footy now. Gormley just looking inside. Lowers the eyes. Finds Braden Dennis, who takes the mark about 40 metres out from goal.
Yeah, Liam Hogum on for Christian Ongarello now, just for the last few minutes.
He's played a tremendous game, Ongarello. No question about that. Has been absolutely outstanding. As Braden Dennis looking to become the 12th goal kicker for the Tigers for the afternoon, and he is. Braden Dennis kicks a goal. He's worked his butt off this afternoon, and we expect nothing different from him. He's a workhorse. He's hard at it. He's tough in and under. Does his job, and he's rewarded with a goal. So great work there by him. Kicks the goal. And Dromana just tidying up on the interchange bench now. It's all done and dusted. You know, we're 55 points up. It's all easy now. Let's just start tidying up. Let's get an early finish to the evening.
Yeah, they've got the brooms in there. They're giving it a sweep, keeping it nice and fresh and polished for next week.
And bringing their best players off the ground too. Certainly in Christian Ongarello, who's been sensational. Lukey O'Neill in the ruck, going back in there. The big fella. Joyce goes down to the forward line to have a bit of a spell. So good work there by Mulhurran, got the kick. Liam Hogan, geez, he's worked hard today too. He's been fantastic for the Tigers. Kicks it out there towards half forward. Minchington runs onto the footy beautifully. Left foot kick inside. Kicked it up towards Banks. Flies now. Front and centre. Gormley sweeping handball to Slocum. Slocum to be the kick number 3, and he does. The leading goal kicker on the ground for Dromana, Ryan Slocum, the vice-captain, kicks his 3rd goal for the afternoon, and once again, Paul Minchington outstanding.
Absolutely. Very consistent all day, those two boys, and their endeavour and their attack on the footy have just been outstanding.
Have indeed. So plenty of celebrations from the Dromana crowd, enjoying every goal that goes through the big sticks, no question about that. And after a disappointing loss last week, they've bounced back in the best way possible against Hastings, who came into this match pretty confident this afternoon. And the result's a 10-goal beating at the moment. 20 goals, 18, 138 to 11 goals, 12, 78. So the margin is 60 points. As we approach the 27-minute mark of the final quarter, Slocum again comes streaming out of the centre of the ground, goes up towards Hutchin. And Hutchison takes the mark about 30 metres out directly in front, looking to make it 11 goals difference. And also to join Ryan Slocum as the major contributor for the Tigers with 3 goals. So it's become a bit of a shellacking, Paul.
It has. The momentum on the Hastings front as well and truly dropped out, and Dromana just putting on a bit of a clinic here in the last dying minutes of the game.
And he's kicked it. There's another one to the Tigers. Dan Gormley goes over to congratulate him, as does the Duck. Daniel Waddell, Toby Banks going over too, Sammy Gurr. So they're all getting around Jay Hutchison, who kicks goal number 3 for the afternoon and goal number 21 for the Tigers. They're on the march, they're on the prowl. Say what you like, but it's been an old-fashioned drubbing that they've given the Hastings Football Club in the second half of this match. As I said, 16 points the difference it was at half-time. It's now standing at 66 points. So Luke O'Neill to do battle in the ruck again. He's been gallant in there all afternoon. Josh Mulherron's worked hard as well. They're still climbing, they're still working. 29 minutes gone. Slocum around the corner, kicks it to half forward. Mickey Agnello attacks the footy, dropped it like a hot scone. The umpire said no free kick. Butted up well though, Aggers, and laid the tackle on Braden Dennis. And the umpire came in and wanted to bounce again. He does, comes down there towards Stratton. He couldn't go with it. Gertz throws his head over the footy. Was terrific play. Braden Dennis is in there as you would expect. They're just knocking it forward. And the umpire's going to have to come in and bounce once again. Paul Rogash in there, the captain for Hastings. We haven't cited him much this afternoon. Hasn't had the greatest of games. But nor has many of his teammates either, especially after half-time. There's one bloke who has played pretty well, and that's Taylor Stratton. Kicks it towards half forward. Andy Keeley's worked hard for them as well. Kicks it inside looking for Kessel. Couldn't take the mark. Mirabella tries to get to it. Couldn't. Jane Aratsaglu. He's got Ricky Johnson inside. Dummied the handball beautifully. He's got Braden Dennis further up the line in the centre of the ground. Was terrific. McVeigh just holding him up there. Goes in short again. That's an ambitious kick. There's Rogash. Cop one in the midriff too on the way through. And Ryan Slocum, I reckon Ryan Slocum's copping 50. So that's number 3 for Ryan Slocum for the afternoon, giving away 50-metre penalties.
Yeah, he's been a bit temperamental and just a bit of a late-minute whack there to, who's that?
Paul Rogash.
Paul Rogash, yeah. A bit of a late-minute whack and he's been stung for it again.
He has. So Rogash now to kick his first goal this afternoon. Hasn't kicked one. The co-captain of the Blues this season. About 20 metres out from goal, directly in front. Shouldn't miss and doesn't miss. Made the umpire do a little work, but was able to kick the goal, and that's number 12 for the Blues. 12-12-84. Dromana 21-18. 144. So we're back to 10 straight goals, and we've played 30 minutes in the final quarter. So Lowry, as I said, Ben Lowry doing running the water for the Tigers. Man mountain of a man he is, and he'll be back in the side the next time Dromana play. Matt Naratsaglu, his brother, of course, Jay, out there at full back at the moment. He'll be back in a couple of weeks too, but it'll be interesting to see how their two injuries come up in Brun and the big fella in Falconer, who have both got knee injuries. In the centre of the ground, Luke O'Neill, he was able to get the tap. Good work there by Hogan, rushed through. Agnello handballed the ball to himself, then went off the ground. The big source gets it. Right foot hack out of the middle of the ground, kicks it towards half forward. Naratsaglu leads in the race for the ball. And Glenn Mickey just helps him over the line and out of bounds, so there'll be a boundary throw-in. 70 metres around from Hastings' goal, kicking, of course, to the scoreboard end here at the Pierce Street Oval at Dromana. Sun in the eyes of the ruckman. Pete Mawson roved it well, kicked it inside 50 now. Needs a fly. Keeley goes up, but standing there and taking the mark there was Ricky Johnson for the Tigers. Wants to go up the line. He does. Looking for and finding Braden Dennis. He's got some runners inside. Goes to one of them now. That's Wood. Wood kicks it inside 50. Joyce has given his opponent the slip, and that's a terrific mark there by Scott Joyce. Great transition footy once again, and look at the Hastings players all getting cramp at the moment.
Yeah, they're all disco dancing out there.
Yeah, they are. No question. Taylor Stratton, Peter Mawson, probably two blokes who have done a lot of running today, but it's hot out there, really hot out there, and it's only the first game of the season for the Blues, so tough going for them. As Scott Joyce comes in to kick the goal, missed that one, so he couldn't add to the two that he's kicked already this afternoon, are further behind, so they're 61 points in front on the Ryan Dromana Community Bank scoreboard. Roger McMillan, Real Estate Dromana. 211B Point Nepean Road in Dromana, providing the Best on Ground award this afternoon. Paul Saddle will award that at the final siren as Scott Joyce just chucks the ball, basketball style, has a giggle to himself. His idea was right. to move the ball quickly, but probably not the best way and the best option to go about it, as Rob kicks the ball out towards the wing position. Mitchington versus McVeigh. They go hard at it. They've been going hard at it all day, these two blokes. They've been sensational. Jay Naratsoglu handballs the ball out, goes to Gormley. Gormley, a little left foot kick around the corner, goes to Adele, needs some support. Handball out, goes there towards Gertz. He gets a handball off to Ricky Johnson. 1 foot, step start, kicks the ball towards the goal square. Toby Banks takes the mark. So Toby Banks, he's being put up against the boundary line, but he's trying to come out to open up the angle. But Toby Banks been sensational this afternoon. Has kicked 2 goals, going for goal number 3 to be the third player on the day to kick 3 goals for Dromana, and he is. Great work there by Toby Banks. Great work by the Tigers. They kick goal number 22. 22-19, 151 to 12-12, 84. And they've done it very, very comfortably, the Tigers, this afternoon, after a tight first half of footy.
Bit of an inverted, what was that, like a check side snap there from Toby Banks.
Yeah, it was.
Not utilising the left foot too much at all.
No, exactly right. He opened up the angle nicely and just slotted it through the big sticks. The ball's back in the centre of ground. Geez, this is a long quarter of footy, no question about that. We've played about 34 minutes in the final quarter. So there couldn't be long left, surely, as the Ruckmen go in to do battle once again. Only seconds left in this contest. Up they go. O'Neill got it. Comes down there towards Rains. Kicks the ball inside 50. Mickey couldn't gate the mark. Good play, Jay Naratsoglu to fist the ball away. Race on. Comes to Paul Rogash. Left foot snap towards the goals. Going hard there was Luke Hewitt. Tackled over the line. Terrific defensive work by the Tigers again to force the ball over the line. A boundary throw in. 67 points the difference in favour of the Tigers. That's on the Ryan Dromana Community Bank scoreboard. Boundary umpire to throw the ball in. Right forward pocket for the Blues. Can they kick number 13? Tap down. They're working pretty hard there. Tigers defence working equally as hard. Mirabella trying to get the ball out. Couldn't. The ball spills over the back. Comes down towards Hunter. That being Michael. Gives it to Clark. It was his wrong foot, but he was able to get it effectively away. Kicked it up towards the wing position. Umpire said no free kick there. Steve Robb kicked one earlier for the Blues. Gives it to Mawson. Mawson another one to Rogash. Can the captain kick another one? He can. He's kicked 2 for the quarter in Paul Rogash, and they've kicked goal number 13, the Blues, to reduce the margin back to 61 points on the Ryan Dromana Community Bank scoreboard. So the fizz certainly gone out of this game, no question about that. Even the coaching staff, I think, are looking at the time box waiting for the siren to sound. 22-19, 41 scoring shots for Dromana. That's a big afternoon. And they squandered a lot of opportunity, especially in that second quarter where they kicked 5 goals, 7. But they've been able to convert some of those in the second half and really dominate this contest. A very polished performance from the Tigers from about the 20-minute mark of the opening quarter. Joyce is back in the centre again, goes straight down to Gormley, who's in the guts, goes up towards full forward. Hutchinson goes for the mark. Got one around the chops. The umpire said no. Ignello kicks the ball up towards Rogash again. Gertz going with him. Daniel Gertz, that is, but Rogash got the ball well smothered there. Great effort. Picked up there by Daniel Clark. He's been terrific as well today. Kicks it up towards Ryan Slocum. The vice-captain kicks it inside, finds Waddell, and Waddell takes the mark about 48 metres out from goal, slide angle. He wants to go short. He does now to the skipper in Ricky Johnson. And there's the siren. Is he going to pay the mark to Ricky Johnson? No, he's not. He's saying that Ricky Johnson didn't take the mark before. Yes, he is. He's giving it to him.
It looks like he's paid it.
So Ricky Johnson to try and kick the 23rd goal for Dromana this afternoon. Johnson has not kicked a goal. This to become the 12th goal kicker for the Tigers this afternoon. It'll be poetic. He's played a terrific game, the skipper for the Tigers. Couple of steps, shoots for goal, makes the umpire work a little bit, becomes the 13th goal kicker for the Tigers this afternoon, and Ricky Johnson kicks the goal for his side. Terrific polished performance from the Tigers, no question. 23 goals, 9. 23-9 19,157, I think it is, to 13,12.90. We'll go to a break. We'll be back with the wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula Footy.
Today's match is brought to you by Roger McMillan Real Estate, Dromana. Remember, if you're buying or selling a house...
Have you heard about the bank that's for the people and puts the profits back into the community? The Ryan Dromana Bendigo Community Bank branches have to be the Peninsula's success story. Last year, they funded over $520,000 to the local community, taking the total